Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you. But trust me, we will. Wake them up a little!
What's up, guys and girls? My name's Rob, joined here with Jake. We are looking at Red Dead Redemption 2 official trailer 3. Came out today. We did a live stream earlier, but now we had some time to really go back and sift through this awesome trailer. I personally really liked it. Yeah, we're going to go through it and do a little breakdown because we have some more thoughts and speculations and I think some very important details about this upcoming game.
Some ones that are very easy to miss, some ones that you probably noticed the first time you watched it, but we're going to hit them anyway.
Yeah, totally. So let's just go through the whole thing.
Listen to me.
I want to say the beginning.
We don't want to kill any of you.
I think the most
Trust me,
important thing in the beginning is right when it gives you the date.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Because there was speculation, right? Like, they didn't really confirm if this was a prequel or not. But now,
yeah, I mean,
we know.
It was pretty clear that it was a prequel. And as you notice, 1899 and Red Dead Redemption 1 took place in 1912.
Yeah.
And 1911. So this takes place, around 12, 13 years after. And just to kind of set up the time period, McKinley was in office, and a coworker actually pointed out that there was a huge blizzard in 1899, which would make sense, right? Because later in this trailer, we see a lot of snow, and in previous trailers, we see them riding through snow, and it looks like, in general, it's going to take place a little further to the north than the previous games.
Totally.
Or in the previous game.
Totally. And the text is really nice, right? Like, it is, hammering home the fact that you're in a gang, you're playing, confirmed Arthur Morgan, whether or not other characters, we don't really know yet, kind of like a GTA 5 point of view, but you are in a gang and you're kind of being dissolved, right? Like, you're as they say, tamed, and we'll get into it later, but federal agents are kind of on or keep putting outlaws on the run, right? They're hunting them down. They're saying either the
Wild West is dying.
Yeah, either
it's
you're
coming to an end.
Yeah, either you're gonna stop or you're gonna get killed by us. Continuing on.
And there's
Dutch.
As we know, Dutch. He's returning. Looks much younger, which makes sense being a prequel.
Right. Still fits the kind of 12. It was 12 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's the ultimate takeaway, I feel like, is Dutch, right? Your relationship with Dutch and his gang. My speculation is here even with how they're all talking about...
yeah, we kind of get a look at the gang here. And we see him a couple times, but if you pause it, that is for sure Bill Williamson right there to the right of the screen.
I think they do a reveal here, right?
Yeah, they do another one.
But yeah, what I was saying is that their perspective here, I personally think that you're going to start off with, Arthur Morgan's gang, and later on kind of merge with, Dutch.
I could see something like that, considering it's dying, right?
Yeah, it's dying, and maybe gangs are desperate, right? And they need to join up in order to stick it out, because the whole thing is about how Dutch is trying to keep everyone together. So that's one hypothesis I think I have.
And we also get that we start to get that chilling monologue here about fire,
right? Which we don't really know. I want to say it's Dutch, but I don't think it is. I feel like it's someone else.
Yeah.
So taming a horse.
Yeah, which actually, I mean, that's something that was in previous games. You could break horses.
Yeah, break them.
Probably going to happen in this. You can just tell from that. That's Arthur Morgan right there.
For sure.
Chasing a herd of horses. So.
Yeah. City life.
And then, one little thing I noticed was that bell tower way up there. So in trailer 2, a bell rings before it really kicks off the trailer, and you see the top of a tower. I'm pretty sure this is the same town, because the bell tower looked almost identical.
Yeah, we'll cut to it, and I have something else I want to bring up later. Yeah. So, I mean, this is granted from the IMDb, but a synopsis is something has happened in the beginning, right? And there's all this talk about a fire. I think that, and what you just said even further makes me believe it, is that this town, maybe they rob a bank, the town goes up in flames.
Yeah, I can.
And they kill a lot of innocent people.
That's why at trailer 1 he was like, "You got to run and don't look back."
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back.
This next shot is super interesting too.
Yeah,
because so Rockstar always typically has diversions you can do. You can, in GTA 5 you go see a movie as Michael, and even Red Dead Redemption you could go to the movie.
Right.
This looks like a show, and I'm almost certain you'll be able to walk in here and watch this. But another thing that's worth pointing out, too, is that this doesn't look like a small-town show. This looks like a grand performance.
Right. Like this, I mean, look at the furnishing and, like, the lining of like, just the architecture, right? Like, this doesn't look like, compared to this town. It doesn't look like...
see something from there.
Yeah, so, like, maybe this is inferring, like, big city life,
Yeah, and we actually get another glimpse when they're robbing that bank. You can kind of see a backdrop of a city.
Yeah. So I think you're right. And even regarding this town going up in flames, like, there's a tower, the church tower. Also, they're pretty elevated. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then you look back to the shot of this town. Like, this is a fat cliff. Yeah. They could be looking down from that angle. You know what I mean? Or just a different side of it. But regardless, this isn't a flat plain. Yeah. Just to point out, someone again Reddit comments was saying, "Oh, Saints Hotel, like Louisiana confirmed," and it's like I don't think there are any cliffs this high in Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned before, like Red Dead Redemption 1 had Blackwater, which was kind of like a Louisiana bayou style area, and I think we'll see something like that.
Totally.
But as far as taking place in Louisiana, no.
Yeah,
that's a good shot.
Oh yeah, there's tons of those off. Yes.
So right here, if
you're
you
right.
Back it up a little bit. Right there. So that look at you see a train.
Holy
going
God,
through.
we didn't even. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a train passing by with like power lines.
And this looks like Blackwater too, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean that looks like part of Blackwater. And then there we get to see Bill Williamson again. Yeah. You can tell because that folded hat up. Like that's always what he was wearing in Red Dead Redemption 1. Has to be him here. I want to hear his voice again though. I'm looking forward to hear because his voice is so good.
Yeah. A little chest hair too.
Little chest hair.
Yeah, I love this line of this character.
Sometimes brothers make mistakes.
I get a Trevor vibe in the sense of just like how, if you look at like sides of the spectrum, right? Like, I feel like you're gonna start seeing with the greater outlaw group, you're gonna have people who are bad, really, really bad, and good. You know what I mean? Like as far as morals and stuff like that. He's just with like the body language of totally. Morgan here, like, and he's saying like, hey, people make mistakes. Maybe this fire that happened.
Exactly. I think you're totally right. Like he's like regretting the fact that this robbery job went wrong. They killed some people, and he's like, hey, listen, like this is gonna happen. We just have to follow Dutch or whoever.
Yeah, basically, stop being such a wuss. Like, keep your head up and like get the job done. Because he can totally like just read it, right? This body language, which is,
and you don't see his eyes. He's looking down. It's pretty damn good.
It is, and it goes also to show how awesome their like direction and cinematography is.
Yeah. So that looks gameplay-ish. I have a theory on her.
Yeah.
So in the previous trailer, we saw a woman mourning. And it looked like a mother. This is a theory. I'm sure people are going to be like, no, that's not right. But my theory is that maybe this is John Marston's mom.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of evidence to back that up, but I don't know. According to the lore, John Marston's mother was an unnamed prostitute who died when he was young. He looks kind of older when we see him in a bit. But I don't know. They could always rewrite it, change it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see his mom.
There could have, I mean, in the other trailer too, you had him talking to a boy. Whether or not that's Marston, I mean, I don't know if that's even pushing it. He's talking to the kid, and he's saying like, "I'll basically kill you, just like I killed your mom." Maybe.
Yeah,
I'll
keep you in black, or I'll keep your mom in black.
Oh, that's what it was. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. There could be a time jump.
And here we go.
Yeah, this is a big one that we didn't notice until later. Yeah, you go ahead.
I mean, there's that guy who looks like the antagonist. He looks like, you were saying, like, pointing out the bowler hats. Like, these guys are probably marshals, right?
Yeah, the bowler hats, the ties, the outfits. You can barely see it here, and later on we'll get to it later. But, like, they all kind of seem to be wearing the same stuff, and that being, like, red vests. I feel like this just similar attire with the bowler hats, even matching hats, you could say. But
one other thing, though, that we missed initially a couple times was this guy over here. I mean, we all kind of have a theory that this could be Edgar Ross, who was the main antagonist of Red Dead Redemption. Like,
Totally.
he was the one who kind of pushed you along to eliminate the rest of the gang.
Totally.
And he shows up at the end, and he shows up periodically throughout the story. But if you compare him side by side, they look pretty similar. Of course, in Red Dead Redemption, he looks older. His mustache is graying.
Right.
But I don't see why that wouldn't be him. I think that makes total sense.
I agree, and it also makes sense, that this, there's a hierarchy here, right? By positioning, like he is behind whoever this federal agent or marshal is, and you're led to believe that he is the main antagonist, right? Like he is the anti-outlaw clearly, and you could probably infer that he's gonna die, and then who's in charge next, right? For the setup to the next game. Yeah, I think that's totally it.
And then here's a nice shot of everyone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least what we think is everyone. That guy right up there to the left, that guy also appeared in previous trailers too.
Right. He had his hair back though.
He had his hair back, yeah. And at first I was like, I don't know if that's him, but they're wearing pretty much the same shirt, same clothes.
Yeah, this like white spotted blue shirt. I mean, this is a big group, right? And it's clearly a dividing line here, right?
Yeah, and
like,
of course you've got Arthur Morgan right behind Dutch.
Right. And like a lot of this game is going to be like, I feel like rounding up more outlaws who are on the run, maybe individuals or like smaller groups, like trying to like establish a bigger outlaw group. That's like what this is really signifying, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then here, this to me, that's a nice beer. That's a big bushy beard.
It's like the guy from Game of Thrones.
I know. This to me looks like gameplay. Like, I know we don't see HUD, and I know we don't see. This looks like, kind of like, how GTA 5 had that director mode where you could kind of like use the camera. It looks like someone kind of did something similar, and they're framing gameplay moments. And then two right here, right after.
Oh, you're right.
We see a fight club going on, which once again, like, makes me kind of think that I bet there's going to be fight clubs as a diversion too. I could see that happening.
Yeah. Yeah, like this isn't just like a fight, right? Like these guys have their shirts off.
Yeah,
like,
people are cheering.
People are cheering. It's definitely like an activity for sure. I would definitely see that. Yeah. That takedown is like very reminiscent of like just like a gameplay takedown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then here we get
again.
This has to be the antagonist.
So a lot more of this fire, right? Maybe this is what they accidentally do. So here's what I was inferring later is that, I mean, maybe this is like a different town and like each town has like different hats, but like I now feel like, because these could be, federal agents or like
they
guns
have red
for hire.
vests, like
they got red vests and like matching hats. I don't know what I'm getting at is like, does each town have like their own respective hats that they wear?
There it is. This is the shot. This is what this trailer was all about. This is what
totally
has me even more hyped. Like clearly John Marston. Like I know some people are confused. They're like, well, how could this be John Marston after what happened in 1? And it's like, well, first of all, this is a prequel.
Yeah.
So there's that. And second of all, like those scars are fresh. Look how much younger he looks.
Right.
Like this is 100% John Marston.
Totally. 100%.
Yeah. Like, I don't think there's anything to debate or that's what it is.
Yeah, it's funny to think. Like, and if it wasn't, why would they make him so similar?
I know, or put scars there. Like,
correct. Yeah.
So what I think is interesting though is I'm curious who they're gonna have voice him. Just kind of a tangent, but that voice actor was pretty much done after Red Dead. He hasn't done anything since, so I'm curious if they got him back. I hope they did because he's so good.
So yeah, there's the Blizzard stuff, right?
Yeah, looks a bit cold. There we go. Looks like Dutch just weathered the blizzard.
Yeah. And then again, this looks very remorseful, Yeah. Regret, like something had happened, burned the whole freaking town down. He's at fault. Well, that's about it.
Yeah, that's it. And then, of course, we get the release date, October 26th, 2018. It's been a long wait, but we are closing in, and I am so excited.
This trailer got me very excited as well. I really like this conflict that seems to be brewing. It's way more pronounced here. You have a lot of sides, it seems. And I'm very excited, man.
Yeah, and I think above all, just seeing John Marston again was so cool.
Yeah. Sure.
By far one of the best characters in a video game, to see him come back, which is something Rockstar typically doesn't do, right? Normally it's every GTA game is very different. Like, they'll reference each other, but that's it.
Sure.
So seeing him, man, it feels so good.
Yeah, it's great. Well, cool. That just about does it. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any rumors or speculations or, Easter eggs, anything, I guess, do leave them in the comments. I'm curious to see if there's anything else we missed. Cool. Well, thanks, Jake.
Thank you.